Do you sound like a robot when you speak English? Do you sometimes say things like, I want to go to the movies. I don't have enough money. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to watch TV. Maybe I'm going to play video games. The grammar here is correct, but it sounds a little robotic, right? Well, you just need to use coordinating conjunctions. Let's learn how to use and, but, so, and or to put more natural sentences together. Hi, I'm Mark Franco, and this is Snap Language Learner. Let's learn about coordinating conjunctions.
This is so basic.
This video has basic information. However, when I try to explain mistakes that my advanced students make, often the problem is that they don't quite understand the basics as much as they think they do. So stick around for a good review. You might learn something new too. Alright, we use and, but, so, and or to put ideas together into one sentence. We use these little words in everyday spoken English and in writing. You have two simple ideas, you put them together, and at the same time, the conjunction shows how the ideas are related, or how the ideas connect. Let's look at and. John is a dentist. Mary is a scientist. You can join these ideas or put them together into one sentence. John is a dentist and Mary is a scientist. You can see that you use and when the ideas are simply additive. You're just adding one idea to another. Claire is doing the dishes. Peter is cleaning. Claire is doing the dishes and Peter is cleaning. Jerry is doing the dishes. Janet is just chatting with him. Jerry is doing the dishes, and Janet is just chatting with him. Come on, Janet, get busy. Sarah is cooking. She's telling a story. Sarah is cooking, and she's telling a story. Wait, this is very repetitive, right? Sarah is cooking, and she is telling a story. When the subject is the same in both sentences, you don't need to say it twice. Sarah's cooking and telling a story. They're talking and they're laughing. They're talking and laughing. Matt and Jill are eating and they're drinking wine. Matt and Jill are eating and drinking wine. Ashley and George are drinking coffee and they're eating cookies. Ashley and George are drinking coffee and eating cookies. Notice what happens to the comma in these sentences. They're drinking coffee, comma, and they're eating cookies. They're drinking coffee and eating cookies. No comma. We'll talk about this again later. Now let's talk about but. But shows an opposite or contrary relationship between the ideas. There is a contrast between the ideas. It's raining outside. The children are having fun. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I see. It's raining outside, but the children are having fun. Sometimes a coordinating conjunction really makes the relationship between ideas clear. We went to the store. It was closed. We went to the store, but it was closed. I want to go to school in France. I don't speak French very well. I want to go to school in France, but I don't speak French very well. Jack and I want to play tennis tomorrow. Jack is sick. Jack and I want to play tennis tomorrow, but Jack is sick. It's hot and dry in the desert. It rains every day in the rainforest. It's hot and dry in the desert, but it rains every day in the rainforest. I understand Japanese. I can't read it very well. I can understand Japanese, but I can't read it very well. Do you remember what we said about not repeating the same subject? I like coffee, but I prefer tea. The sentence is fine, but you can also say, I like coffee but prefer tea. James needs a new car, but he doesn't have enough money. James needs a new car but doesn't have enough money. The coordinating conjunction so shows the result or consequence. Katie is sick today. She's not going to work. Katie is sick today, so she's not going to work. It's raining. Let's stay home. It's raining, so let's stay home. You could also combine more ideas into one sentence. It's raining. Let's stay home. Let's watch a movie. It's raining, so let's stay home and watch a movie. There's something strange about so. Remember that when both sentences have the same subject, you can delete the second subject. Mary had a toothache, so she went to the dentist. But here's the strange thing. You cannot delete the second subject. So always connects two complete sentences. The coordinating conjunction or shows three relationships between ideas. First, let's look at or showing choices or alternatives. What do you want to do tonight? We can go to the movies, we can stay home. We can go to the movies or we can stay home. You're using the same subject, so you can also say we can go to the movies or stay home. Mary is late. We can eat now. We can wait until she arrives. We can eat now or wait until she arrives. I don't think they're going to wait for her. While you wait, you can read a book. You can watch TV. While you wait, you can read a book or you can watch TV. While you wait, you can read a book or watch TV. Now let's look at another use of or. Sometimes or shows that there are different possibilities. With this meaning, you can use or else. Why is the baby crying? She may be tired. It's time for her to eat. She may be tired or it's time for her to eat. She may be tired or else it's time for her to eat. Why can't Joe speak English? English may be too difficult for him. He's just not interested in learning it. English may be too difficult for him or he's just not interested in learning it. English may be too difficult for him or else he's just not interested in learning it. John's not in class. Where is he? John may be late. Maybe he's just not coming. John may be late or maybe he's just not coming. John may be late or else maybe he's just not coming. Here's the third use for or and or else. Sometimes it shows a negative consequence. I need to leave now. I'll be late for work. I need to leave now or I'll be late for work. I need to leave now or else I'll be late for work. In this situation, you cannot delete parts of the second sentence. When or else show a negative consequence, it must join two complete sentences. You must study harder or you won't pass the course. You must study harder or else you won't pass the course. Don't speak too fast or your students will not understand you. Don't speak too fast or else your students will not understand you. Don't forget to like this video or else the channel won't grow. Alright, just one last thing. Be careful when you use or else showing a negative consequence. Depending on the situation, people may think you're angry. Or else can sometimes sound impolite or too direct. Subscribe to my channel, or else. Oh, wait. No practice? Well, I'll post a video just for practice, or else this video will be too long. Of course, you can go to snaplanguage.io right now for free materials and exercises. Look under related materials in the description. Go to my website for free lessons, PDF documents, and practice. Go do some exercises, or else you'll forget what you've learned. Keep learning, always. Okay, you can go now, or else you can just stay and listen to the song.